and they get this green button indicator that they've trained successfully. The last step is to evaluate their performance on the historical test set, that 20%. And to do that, we click on the model, we click model metrics, and then you'll see overall this performed well. This was the LGBM model. If we want to compare the two models side by side, we can do that by clicking on the other model. So now you'll see we have the LGBM and the XGBoost in direct comparison. You'll see various model evaluation metrics like R-squared, SMAPE, RMSE, MAE, and APE for time series modeling, and they would be slightly different for classification, like precision and recall and F1 score. And we'll get into what all those mean on a separate video. But we want to focus on the test set, which is the data that was not used to train the model, because this is a good indication of how the model would perform making predictions on new data that it hasn't seen going forward. And then if we scroll down, we can see the two different models, the LGBM and the XGBoost, and we can see what the actual values were as well as what was predicted. So we can see how well our model predicted the actual values over time. And then we can also filter the results. So instead of looking at the data overall, let's say we only wanted to look at it for certain regions. Maybe it performed better on some regions than others. So if we click here, we click region name, contains, let's say we just want to look at Central Asia, but we could choose multiple regions or product categories or whatever the data we have is. And in this case, you can see the performance for both models went down slightly to 86%. The last thing I wanted to show you was if you click on Feature Insights, again, it shows us both the models. This shows us what are the top 10 most important predictors of our target variable. So what are the top 10 other columns or features within our data set that are the most strongly correlated with revenue, which is what we're trying to predict going forward. So you can see what these features are, the relative importance of each as a percentage. And then if we click on the other one, now we see it for the XGBoost model.